I'm warning you up front. Today's question is a trick question. What is the best exercise for your heart health? Welcome, I'm Sheri with ViREO Life, author of Go Forward 28 Days to Eat, Move, and Enjoy Life God's Way. This month we are talking about heart health, how to keep your heart healthy and strong, and today we're talking about exercise and the best exercise for heart health. As we get into that, let's first talk about, let's go back to elementary school, do a little bit of review on your heart and lung and circulatory system. This is from the American Heart Association. You can see, make sure this is on the screen for us good, you have blood coming back into the heart without oxygen or very little oxygen, low oxygen, and it's blue. And then that goes into your lungs, picks up the oxygen that you're breathing in, and then crosses over into the part of the heart that then takes it to the arteries through your body to take that oxygen to the muscles that are working, and then you have parts of little cells in the muscles that are extracting that oxygen and using it in your metabolism as you move. Basic review. Let's dive in now to how do you strengthen that whole system with exercise. When you exercise, you are decreasing your risk of heart disease. In fact, one of the studies, there are so many studies, one of the studies from the New England Journal of Medicine showed that when people who were sedentary began a regular exercise program, they decreased their risk for heart disease by 35 to 55%. That's huge just for going on a walk or whatever you choose to do. Oops, I almost gave part of the answer away. We're not going to give you the answer yet. When we also know that over 60% of Americans, and other countries as well, but a lot of countries are more physically active than Americans, but 60% of Americans minimum don't exercise on a regular basis. But you're not going to be one of those. You're going to be someone who exercises on a regular basis. Let's just find what the best exercise is for your heart health. Because when you do that exercise, let's talk about some of the benefits. Some of the benefits, just a few handful of the benefits of exercise. Decreases your blood pressure. It decreases the tendency of your blood to form clots. So that's not only helping heart health, it's even lowering your risk for stroke. And that hits home with me since my father had a stroke. Helps your body to use insulin. It makes your heart more efficient. Every time that your heart beats, as it gets stronger, it pumps out more blood, so you don't have to have your heart pump as often when you are at rest. And exercise is also shown, certain types of exercise are shown to boost your good cholesterol, your HDL cholesterol. Okay. Now to answer the question, when you are exercising to increase the efficiency of your heart, stroke volume, how much volume your heart pumps out with each pump because it's strong, for that, you need to do exercise that is more vigorous. You need to get the heart rate up, get the breathing going where you aren't pushing so hard that you can't sustain the exercise, because you want to work out at a level that you can sustain for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, for an hour. So you want to be able to have a conversation, but with a little bit of difficulty. If you are pushing so hard that you cannot talk, you are pushing too hard. However, here's the catch. When people think I've got to do that kind of exercise, one of two things happens. You can probably guess. Either they say, I don't have time for that, I don't have the stamina for that, I don't whatever, so they don't do it. So it becomes all or none. Or it's they do that, but then they think, check it off the box, I've done my exercise, I can be completely sedentary the rest of the day. Research now also shows us that every hour of sitting without getting up and moving, every hour of sitting, you increase your heart disease risk by 18%. Now, that doesn't mean, okay, if you've sat for 5 hours straight that now you're at 100% risk for heart disease. But what that means is for every hour that you're sitting and you don't get up and move, you're increasing your heart disease risk. So it's simple way to fix that. Set your timer, and I've got my book I'm going to show you in a second. Set your timer on your watch so that every hour, on your computer, so that every hour it reminds you, get up and move. Get up and move that, remember that circulation pumping through the heart. Get the heart rate up just a little bit. Walk up one flight of stairs. Do some stretches, something so that you're moving. Now, the reason I got my book out is, and this is my book, Go Forward 28 Days to Eat, Move, and Enjoy Life God's Way, is because in here I created something, 3 shots of exercise. Your solo shots. That's when you go do that 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour at a slightly higher intensity. Even a brisk walk. Almost started giving away answers again. Got to quit doing that. Short shots, which is I'm going to take a 5-minute break at lunch, a 10-minute break after dinner, a 15-minute break while I'm waiting to pick up the kids from soccer, whatever. That you're doing shorter intervals of time throughout the day to accumulate 45 minutes or so of physical activity. And then you have step shots. Put your tracker on old-fashioned pedometer or some kind of tracker on your phone that's going to, you don't have a designated 10-minute slot, 15-minute slot, but it's just throughout the day that you're moving, that you're getting some steps in. The best exercise, no, I'm not going to tell you yet. We're going to try something, we're going to do something else. What are some of the vigorous exercises? People think running. That's absolutely one. People think any type of brisk walk or hiking. Absolutely. What about playing tag? What about playing frisbee tag? What about, oh, let's get out the list. I have a list. This is an old, like back in the early 1990s list, because I've been doing this for a long time. I've been an exercise physiologist for many years. This is really old. But the numbers are still true. You know, how many calories approximately are burned if it's a moderate intensity, high intensity exercise. Bicycling, dancing the rumba, gardening, specifically not the kind of gardening where you're sitting down and just weeding. It's better than sitting in front of the TV, but it's not getting the heart rate up. But when my husband or I are hoeing in the garden, that is cardio. That you are getting your heart rate up and you are burning some calories and working on heart health. Singles tennis, orienteering, I guess that's still a thing. Don't even know what that was then. Basketball, racquetball. Racquetball was a big thing. My big joke with racquetball was always that it was not good exercise for me because I have great hand-foot coordination. But my hand-eye coordination, not so good. And so learning to play racquetball or learning to play any ball sport was no exercise for me at the beginning because I would be just walking up and back to pick up the ball that I had missed or whatever. So it was not a workout for me. It was still better than sitting in front of the TV. It was still movement, but it was not cardio exercise, aerobic, where you were getting your heart rate up and breathing harder. That is great for solo shots. But if you do the basketball or you do a brisk walk and that's all you do, we've already talked about you need every hour to be up and moving. You need to also accumulate steps. And it's great even if you put in a little 5-minute or 10-minute walks here and there throughout the day. So what is the best exercise for heart health? Can you guess? It's a combination. Maybe it's interval training one day, basketball another day, walking another day, accumulating your steps a different day. And the other of what's the best heart health exercise is what do you like? What are you going to stick with? Because if you told me that racquetball and basketball and swimming were the 3 best heart health exercises, I wouldn't be doing the 3 best heart health exercises because I'm not good at the first 2 and swimming laps bores me to no tears. bores me to tears. That's the right way to say it. Bores me to tears. Other people find swimming very meditative. I don't. That's just me. So find what you enjoy, because what you enjoy is what you're going to stick with. And what you stick with consistently is what's going to help your heart. And then mix it up. Don't just do one thing. If you are accumulating your steps every day, but you're never doing anything to increase the efficiency of your heart, you're getting benefit. You absolutely are. This is not all or none, but you're not getting as much heart health benefit as you could if a couple of days a week you pushed it a little bit. Now, I'm going to link somewhere in here about the London bus driver study, because that's where all of this started and all of the heart health started. So I don't want you to get the idea that you've got to go out and play basketball or go for a run or do all of these intense things or you're not going to get benefit, because the London bus driver study shows us that you will. But if you're going for the strongest heart, the most efficient heart, decreasing your risk in heart disease, the lowest you can get it, you need to do a combination of all three: step shots, short shots, and solo shots. Thanks so much for watching. I am doing this whole series on heart health this month. Coming up is food and gardening those foods for heart health. And we've done also the lifestyle of meditation and other things you can put in your lifestyle that helps your heart health. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and remember to subscribe so you can get all of this information, and hit the bell so you know when I upload the next video. And I think that's all the little reminders. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, find your path and fulfill your potential.